Good morning. It is Monday and I feel fucking great. I feel alive. Yesterday, I did not want to go and do that cardio, but I didn't put it off. I went and did it. And do you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yes, I was tired. Yes, I came home and couldn't even be asked to shower. I showered. I sorted my meals out. I went and showered and I went to bed at about 10 to 9, and I woke up this morning and I had such a good sleep. I had about 8.5 hours sleep, and I just feel fucking excellent. I went into that session like feeling invigorated. My energy was good. I got some PBs. I did my hours cardio. I nearly beat my high score on my calories, but I left with 812 on the cardio. And I checked in this morning, and Amy is very, very happy. I'm getting high days tomorrow and Wednesday, checking in both days so she can see what's what. And she's like, there's not a lot left to do. Like, the dig is nearly done. We're nearly ready to cruise. And I am early. I'm early. I'm ready early. Not just on time, early. And I feel really good about that. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm looking forward to the high days. I'm going to go now to Sainsbury's and just grab some bananas and some squash, and then get home, have a shower, because I am piss wet through. Absolutely piss wet through. I did some posing practice this morning and I'm really happy with it. Like, there's a few tweaks to make, but there always is. So yeah, I just feel fucking great. I really needed that sleep. I'm out for my lunchtime walk, and today I have trialled, because my hair is still somewhat straight even though it's been sweaty as balls the last 2 days and I've had cardio to do. I've trialled, you can't tell right now, the double pony on straight-ish hair, and I think it can work. It looks super long. I think if my hair was dead straight and I tease it a lot, actually at the pony, I think it can work. So I've bought a teasing brush and that'll be on the way. Oh God, I'm in such a good mood today. It's actually panned out really well. So I've got a train tomorrow and I will get up normal time, but because I don't have the hours cardio to do, I will get a head start in on my steps, because I'll be travelling into work on my lunchtime tomorrow, because I've got an in-person meeting that I need to attend. So I'm going to do that, but it just means that I'll get ahead. I'll probably be able to get like 8,000 steps in before I've even left. So there won't be many to do when I get back, and then I'll be on rest day whilst I'm at work as well, in the office. It just feels like a really good spot to be in. I wonder whether I'll even get a high day on Thursday. I'm not sure. They usually come in threes for me. Apart from when I was poorly, I got the Friday and I got the Saturday and was back to the dig on Sunday. I've still got a little bit of digging to do, but not a lot. So I don't know whether I'll get that extra high day or not, but my check-ins will tell me. So I look forward to checking in on Wednesday and seeing what Amy says. But yeah, I feel really good about this week. The bank holiday to look forward to, seeing the bridesmaids, to be a bridesmaid, all being well anyway. I've not 100% confirmed because I just don't know how I'll feel, but I reckon I can do it. And I'm gonna pack all of my shit to train early Monday morning and travel back from London on that Monday morning as well, so that I can just be back in Lincoln to get my shit together. Hopefully we haven't got any strenuous activities planned, because I just don't think I can manage that. I'm out getting the last of my steps in. I had my beef pasta sauce meal before I left, but my stomach is so painful. I don't know whether I just can no longer eat pasta and enjoy it as part of this prep, but that is not sitting well with me. I'm in a lot of pain and I can feel my stomach expanding. Maybe that is not a vibe and I'll have to go back to rice, which is annoying because I was really enjoying that. Boo. Just pretending that I was having a spag bol and it was lush. I've actually just had to come home from my walk because the pain is so bad in my stomach. No more pasta, I don't think. It's like I can't even breathe properly. Fucking hell. It feels a little bit like trapped wind. Hopefully I'll just let out a ginormous fart and feel okay. I'm trying to take my joggers off and I can't. Fucking I mean, I can't say that I really want it right now, but earlier I got a little bit of inspo yesterday about using my creamy, fucking hell, with my yogurt. So someone posted on their Instagram stories that they were using their 150 grams or whatever they have of natural yogurt to make their ice cream. And I didn't like this the last time I made it, but I felt a little bit more inspired. I put some xanthan gum in it. I made it a different way. I put my berries in it and blended everything together with a little bit of almond milk and some water. So I think consistency wise it will be bang on. Whether the taste is right and it isn't still tart, I don't know. I might add a spoonful of sweetener as it's churning just to try and sweeten it up a little bit, but I'm gonna have that tonight with my Biscoff or peanut butter, whatever I decide to have. Don't think I can even be asked to melt my Biscoff tonight. What have I been doing for the last 8 weeks? This is insane, and there's so much of it. Yes, that looks like the morning after a bad curry, but that's my 10 grams of Biscoff sauce, and I am just gonna sit and try and enjoy this. Oh my God, it tastes so good. It's like Cherry Garcia. Ugh, yes. It is Tuesday, it's 10 to 7 and I've finished my session. I would be on the treadmills, but 2 of them are broken and the other 2 are in use, so the weather is shite. That is what I ended my session on. Anyway, so even though the weather is shite, I'm going to go home and get these steps done, as many as I can, before about 8:15, maybe even later because I'll be closer to home, just to make the most of not having cardio to do and getting ahead for the day because I've got to travel over to Mansfield later. So I'm just trying to be strategic and best manage my time.
And now there is the squad.
I'm feeling much better than yesterday post pasta gate. I have never had that before, I don't think. I'm just having my post workout, which is great for the extra quantity. Like 20 grams doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but it kind of does. I don't know, mentally I guess it does. My digestion this morning is much better. I've actually been to the toilet about 4 times. Like 4 times. So whatever yesterday was, is out of my system. Don't know whether that's like a post-ovulation period, bowel movement, I don't know, but I'm here for it anyway. My check-in tomorrow will be interesting. Okay, I'm experimenting this morning. I've put a little braid in the top of my hair, but I think when my hair is straight and I've backcombed it, and when I mean backcombed, I mean I'll backcomb the fuck out of that pony on show day so that you can't see where one pony meets another. But I think come show day, with some more backcombing, I can achieve that with straight hair, like the big pony. When your hair is curly, you can see the seam really easily. But when it's straight, if you tease it, you can't. Fucked on a hairspray, I think that'll be sound. Which I'm not going to do today because I'm just going to work. They're going to be like, what the fuck? It's 4:15. I've just banged in that beef meal, because I'm very aware that I've got meals on top of meals on top of meals today. I've got my creamy to have and my oats to have, and I didn't particularly want that, but I know I'll want it less if I'm eating them too close together. I'm just going to have one of my GDAs before I drive home. I was 20 minutes late for that meeting because there was a friggin' car accident, which is obviously far worse for the people in the car accident, but I hate being late to anything. I wasn't very happy about that. My boss brought cakes for everybody, like cakes. He was like, you can smell it and then give it to Andy. And I was like, I love that you know that that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's a fucking brownie. I'm going to have to show you because it's the best smelling brownie I've ever smelt. And I've smelt a lot of brownies in my time. When I say this is so stinky in a good way, like the brownie smells good, but the Gillian like chocolate egg shell thing on the bed of cornflakes, it smells insane. God, it smells so chocolatey. I don't really have any post-show things that I want to eat, other than I want Andy to make me some French toast like we had on our honeymoon, and I want to use that coconut jam that the chef gave me on our honeymoon. That's what I want for breakfast on the 1st of June. French toast with coconut jam, because that was honestly one of the best fucking breakfasts I've ever had in my life. Other than that, I don't really have any desire for anything at the minute. I'm really satisfied by my meals this time around. Probably because I'm not eating like egg white pancakes and trying to make them palatable. Do you know what I mean? I'm having food. That's what happens when you start your prep in a great place. Like, I'm having decent amounts of food. I am just getting the last of my steps in. It's about 6:30. It doesn't feel like it. I fucking love this weather. Honestly, it's just so good. So good. I think the double pony has held up well today. Not a single person has said, why have you got 2 ponytails in? So I'm guessing that's a good sign. I'm going to try it again at work tomorrow. I'm in the office. See if anyone notices. What I am going to do tomorrow is I've got my check-in early doors. I'm going to get up at the same time I normally would, as if I was going to the gym. But I'm going to do my steps on the treadmill at home. That was a really good call for me this morning. I might pack some stuff to go and have a little posing practice on my way home from work, but I'm feeling the get as many steps in as possible before work vibes tomorrow, and I will save myself 15 minutes in travelling to the gym, and then I can just get ready at home and I don't need to take a massive bag. Why have I not been doing that? To be fair, I do like practicing my posing in the gym, but I can do it after work. So I'll pack a much smaller bag for work tomorrow, and I'll just do that. To be fair, I've been doing my cardio and my steps before work. I could probably count on one hand how many high day rest days I've had when I've been in the office. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I love my high day rest day food. 2 massive bowls of oats. Can't fucking wait. That's the plan for tomorrow. This week is working out really nicely for juggling all my shit, whether it's work, whether it's personal. So yeah, very, very happy. Looking forward to my check-in tomorrow. We're at that stage where I'm just like, I'm not looking for huge losses or anything, because so much of the work has already been done. So yeah, I'm just riding into them knowing that I've done what I needed to do and enjoying it. Be interesting to see how full I am in the morning after one high day, and then likewise on Thursday after the 2. Tomorrow will be the decider as to whether I get another high day on Thursday, I think, but I reckon we'll go back to the dig just to see what more I can scrape off my hammies before we cruise into shows, as Amy said. I still haven't said which shows I'm doing. maybe I will say on Sunday when I'm X weeks out and feeling like things are in the best possible spot. I also would like to know whether like I just do a separate show day vlog to like my peak weeks and stuff, because I feel like I'll have loads of content. I guess I'll see how they actually pan out, because also on show day I'll be pretty focused, but I imagine there'll be lots of videos and things from not necessarily like Andy filming for me because he likes to just watch, but yeah, I imagine there'll be some stuff going on. But we're not far out now, not far at all. I'm starting to get excited. I think because I'm seeing it all come together now, it feels really positive and more exciting than, I've certainly not got any nerves that I won't be ready, which, truth be told, I've had in previous preps. There's just been something at the back of my mind where I'm like, am I good enough? And this time around, and having had some of the experiences that I've had on stage, it's not about good enough. It is about good enough, but it's just about beating your best and knowing that you fit the criteria. As long as you fit the criteria, you cannot control anything else. So you can't be worried about who else is showing up or anything like that. It will literally just be what it will be on the day and what they're looking for amongst what is presented. So you can't stress, and I'm feeling so much more laid back this prep. I have the whole way through, but certainly I'm noticing how laid back I'm feeling as it draws closer. Yeah, feels in a great spot. I keep remembering as well that there's bank holidays coming up, and then I also remembered that I've taken a half day next week to go and get my hair done, so that's even less time at work. And then I think I've taken a whole day the week after, on the 30th of April. I think so anyway. I can't remember whether it's a full day or a half day. Either way, I keep forgetting because I had some leave to use up before May. Great. Best idea. I'm going to have this, sort my supplements out, and then make my oats with 20 grams of either Biscoff or peanut butter. I can't decide which one to have. Decided not to bother splitting it and putting my Biscoff on this because it's so nice on its own, it doesn't need it. Oh, this is going to be a summer staple for me, for sure. I've got lipstick on, which is why I'm not smiling. Good morning, it is Wednesday. I've done a very basic check-in this morning, just visuals and weight. My weight is 61.95 kilos, and I've already had a message back from Amy about it. So she wants me to add 20 more grams of oats to my final meal tonight and add another 10 grams of peanut butter to that meal. I'm not looking as full as she would like to see me, and she is still getting to grips with how much I kind of need feeding up into a show and what my carb up might look like. So we're gonna trial that tonight and see how far she can push it with the extra oats and stuff. But I'm really excited for my food today. I have already done some steps. I got up this morning, did my check-in, got on the treadmill, kind of got ready and then got on the treadmill, and I haven't done as many as I would have liked. I've done 4,632. I will get some in just pottering about at work, but I'll also go out for that walk on my lunch and hopefully bring that up to about 8 to 10,000, I'm hoping, by the end of the day. And then when I get back home tonight, I will just go and get the rest of them in. But I'm looking forward more and more to the Easter bank holiday and knowing that I get an extra day back. So that's nice. Well, not just one, but 2 extra days back. Just to make sure that I'm on top of everything, do some more posing practice. Not that I've slacked at all, but just want to make sure that everything's perfect. She didn't feed back on my posing at all this morning, so that's really nice. It means that I was pretty much bang on with where she wanted me to be with that. But yeah, that's where we're at. I've brought some gym stuff with me just in case I don't get the steps and I want to do them at the gym, but it looks as though we're back on low days tomorrow. I already know that from my check-in today, which is good because it means you can plan your day ahead, knowing that I've got cardio to do again tomorrow. I will go and do that first thing in the morning and then go into the office from the gym. I'm trialing the double pony again today. I asked whether Amy noticed it in my check-in and she said no. I know that I can definitely get some more backcombing in there, but I'm just trying to see whether anyone notices that. I won't end up doing it because I'll be too conscious of whether you can see it or not when I move around, especially in my routine. I think I might have my hair straight and down for my first show. I did buy some hair gems which look just like the crystals on my bikini, but I was going to put them on my hair, whether that's just on the first half and have it tucked behind my ear, or all the way through, and just see what that looks like. Starting to get very excited, and looking quite happy with the look this morning, even though, like Amy said, I'm not as full as either of us would really want to see me. So right, get in there and make a cup of tea and have my first high day meal of the day, my favourite one. I'm looking forward to those oats later as well, and we'll see what difference that makes tomorrow. I also wanted to add, I'm on day 26 of my cycle, and whilst I think I might have ovulated, I haven't had confirmation of that through my Natural Cycles app. It hasn't quite clocked a jump in my body temperature at any point, so might have, might not have, not quite sure. But I imagine if my period is going to appear, it will appear next week, and for that I'm very grateful, because when I've looked at my shows, I can't see an ovulation or a period impacting them if it were to turn up. So I'll keep you posted on that one as to whether it clocks whether I've ovulated or not. I hope I have, because I want to obviously keep that for as long as possible, but very aware that that might not happen for me. I am just out on my lunch, getting those steps in, and hopefully we'll break the 10,000 boundary by the time I'm back at the office. It was 6,000 when I left, after several wee trips. Usually at this point in the week I would do a little bit of an update on how I'm feeling going into my check-in, but I don't really feel anything because I've been checking in so frequently this week. Well, there's not a lot to report on. Amy knows all the kind of ins and outs of everything, so yeah, it's just gonna be a bit non-event really. I'm gonna check in my second bikini tomorrow, just to make sure that everything is fitting lovely. Just a bit of a non-event one. We're cruising ever closer to my first show, and I'm just feeling good about it. I don't feel not ready. I don't feel like anything's massively out of whack. My posing's good. I've practiced the shit out of it. I couldn't really have done or be doing much more. So that's the spot you want to be in going into your shows, and knowing that you've done everything that you can. Digestion seems to be okay as well, which is nice, because that's not always been great. But yeah, I'm just feeling really good about stuff. Things are in a good spot. I think the dig will continue into next week, but thankfully I've got some time off. Just found out I had another half a day as well that I hadn't taken, so I've put that to extend one of my other half days that I hadn't taken, so I can use that to go and get ready for show day. I will probably still go and get a pedi, even if it's just my skin, because whilst that roller is good, your skin is just so dry during prep, especially when you get to these latter stages, and there's not a lot that can help it. It's just one of them things. That's why the moisturising is so important for your tan, which I need to do tonight as well when I get home before I get into bed. I actually took the double pony out today because I'd done it so tight that I gave myself a headache. However, I was looking at the length of my hair just as normal, and do you know what? I think I'm just gonna do some sort of braided pony just with my hair without faffing and worrying about it at some point. I don't know. I've got a couple of ideas for hair for finals and stuff, or where I'm having it done. I am home from work and just getting ready to sit down with my bowl of happiness. I'm so excited. This peanut butter is just the best thing that I've ever found, I swear. On prep anyway. Really looking forward to this, and we'll spend the rest of the evening lasering my legs and moisturising and doing fuck all. Good morning, it is Thursday and I have just beaten my high score. 903! Fucking hell. That's more than some people on prep are eating, and I've just burnt it off. So it's 7 a.m, I'm gonna get over to work, have a shower and get ready there. I've done my check-in this morning, I did it in my other bikini, but yeah, it's exciting. It is slightly tighter. Suze was right, well, of course she was right, she fucking made it. Honestly. Susan's made it slightly tighter, knowing that I'm going to be wearing that one later. So in what? 6 weeks? 7 weeks? Don't know. So that's that. But yeah, that cardio didn't feel cardio. Probably because I had the extra food in me. This morning I'm looking all right. When I say things like this, I'm not getting in my head about it. I'm just looking at it objectively. I don't think I look particularly wicked. Because I'd had the heavy meal about 7 p.m, I don't think it looked particularly great on my midsection. However, I do remind myself that I'll be competing about 1:30, 2 p.m, usually in a show. So there's time for a poop. You know, I tend to look slightly better in my midsection later on in the day. I just keep remembering that. I'm going to get to work now. We're back on low food, obviously, but I feel good about it. I'm ready to dig. Might change my LinkedIn occupation to archaeologist, because we be digging. I am out for my lunchtime walk in Berry Hill Park, and it is glorious. I'm having a bit of a down day. My check-in feedback was great from Amy. She wants me to check in again tomorrow just to see what having 2 high days and then a low day does and what I look like. Because because she's obviously just working out how much to feed me up in peak week, which isn't too far away now. Still a lot more food that my body can handle, which is part of her feedback today. And I'm looking fuller, but not full. So that's been my feedback this morning, and I can see that in my check-in. I am looking fuller, but not quite full. My weight is slightly up on the start of the week following the 2 high days, but still nearly a kilo down on last week, or over a kilo down on last week, I think. We're still in a really good spot, but I'm having a bit of a down day. I'm supposed to be seeing my best friends this weekend, and it was always a tentative, just based on how much I will have to do at this point, how I will feel at this point, but it's just not looking doable, and I'm disappointed by that. Luckily my friends are incredibly understanding, but I feel like this is the first time that I've had to say no and miss out this prep, like properly miss out, because it's time with my friends and my family. I haven't missed out on any time with my family yet. I've missed out on time with Andy's family, but I've seen them, you know, a couple of weeks later or something. But I just think with the time I've got left to go and how I would have to manage it, i.e. either travelling there and back in a day or staying on a sofa, I just need to prioritise my sleep and recovery at this point, and it feels shitty. It feels really shitty. So I'm not dealing very well with that, but I know that they get it. Prep is very selfish. You have to be very selfish and just think about yourself. And I've managed to get through the entirety of it so far, and I think we're 20 weeks in with not having to sacrifice much at all, or at least it hasn't felt like it. The food doesn't bother me. Time does bother me, but I just think this is the best decision for me at the minute, and it is, don't get me wrong, it is. It just feels right. But I'm very much looking forward to having 4 days off. I think it will be spent doing more of the same, making sure I've got extra time, extra rest to do all the things that I need to do. I might go and get a pedi. Andy and I will go on a little date day. We'll spend some time with Maggie. I'm seeing my family on Monday for cooking them a meal. And yeah, it's going to be more of the same, which will be nice. On 2 slightly more uplifting notes, no 3. I've used my hair wax today for the first time. Slick Rick, look like a boiled egg. I'm not sure if this look is for me, like with the slick back bun that's in the middle of your head. I did do it with a ponytail originally, but it was just annoying me, so I put the rest of my hair up. And I just look like an egg. But I'm sure with a high bun, I will look more like this is intentional and not just I am a skeff. Second point is I'm wearing a pair of pants that I just chucked in my bag. And they're so big on me, feels like I'm not wearing any. So I'm getting an absolute gust of fresh air to my vagina. My third point is that I am editing last week's vlog at the minute, and I can't believe how different I look even to that. The changes come so rapidly when you're this close, and that just feels wicked, as does my fanny. So there you go, that's my lunchtime thoughts. Just been for my Botox review. Honestly, having that place opposite my house That is the strongest Botox I've ever had. And it is so good. I'm just going to walk around looking like this. So if I don't look very excited for the next 9 weeks, I reckon, I don't think I'll get 12 weeks out of it, just because of how much I train and how much water I drink. Speaking of, I don't know how people say that they like forgot to drink or didn't drink something or haven't got 2 litres in. I don't get it. I'm so thirsty all the time. I think I must have had about 6 litres of water today, like without even trying. And that's not a flex, that's just like a how the fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna get the rest of my steps in and probably do fuck all. I've had my last meal already. I just wanted to get out for a walk to digest it. Ready for another check-in tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, I can't remember what it was the other day. I'm gonna have to go back and check. Oh, hello, it is Friday. I was gonna say good morning, but it fucking isn't. It is 20 to 4. I've done my check-in this morning, checked in with Amy. She's very happy with how I'm looking. This morning was all about seeing how flat I kind of am after going from 2 high days into a low day and just seeing how that sat. We have got a lot of room to play with in terms of filling me up with food for that peak week carb up, and all of these kind of little check-ins here and there that you're seeing me doing are just to make sure that we're really on it and know that we're not going to overfill me, basically. We obviously want to avoid that. So that's what that's been all about. I trained pulling hams this morning, as you have seen. I did my cardio. I beat my high score. I came home, had some food. I washed my hair. I put my makeup on. I was enjoying just getting ready. I've done my check-ins with the girls. It's all good. And then a wall of fatigue hit. I am so tired. Don't know where it's come from. Don't know whether it's the after effects of having the high food straight back into the low food. and those hour cardio sessions like catching up with me, but I'm really, really tired today. So I've got a monster on the go. Make the most of these before they're pulled out. I don't know whether they will be pulled out in peak week. I imagine they will be. Every coach that I kind of watch and bodybuilder that I follow generally pulls out anything like that in peak week. So I'm anticipating the same for me. It happened in my last peak week. And yeah, so I'm just back at Sainsbury's because I bought a claw clip this morning, took it out of the packaging and it was broken. So I'm not best pleased. It wasn't expensive, but it's just on principle, isn't it? And then I've got to go and get a shit ton of steps in, even though right now all my body wants to do is nap. I don't know whether this is a bit of pre-period not feeling wicked, but yeah, I feel tired today. But the show must go on, bitch. Spoke to Amy about how we might be tackling next week. She said that she will more than likely pull my cardio down as of my Monday check-in to half an hour, which will be nice, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know why I'm shaking so much. See how that check-in goes and how she's going to play out the week ahead. But we certainly won't be digging this hard for much longer because the look at the minute is kind of where we want to be. And then, you know, we've got time to pull things back in a little bit more and bring even more condition in between shows. Another development that has happened last night that I forgot to mention is that my tanning appointment came through and my makeup artist got in touch with me for my first show. So I've got the makeup artist that I wanted. I did reach out to her on Instagram before everything kicked off and just said, if you're doing this show, I'd love for you to do my makeup, and made like a special request, which you can do. So especially with PCA, if there is a makeup artist that you like and you've booked your makeup, and you can ask them if they're doing that show, and if they say yes, you can make a special request. So when they're going through the lists of girls that are entering, they can take that into consideration as they sort. That's great. And my tanning appointment came through for my base coat. So there were 4 slots for female tans, and I picked 6 p.m. because I thought that gives me plenty of time to make it over to where I'm competing. It's quite far away. Settle down, have a shower to make sure that I've just got nothing on me whatsoever, no deodorant, nothing, and go for my tan. It's exciting. It's exciting. I have no idea what time the top coat will be, but I know that tanning starts at 7 a.m. the following morning, so honestly no clue. Toned figure tend to be earlier for those appointments because they're on sooner. So you'll have all of the bodybuilding and figure classes going for earlier tans as opposed to men's physique, bikini classes, wellness, etc. So I'm imagining an early start. It's not a show day without one. I imagine I'll be up from 5 o'clock, maybe earlier, depending on what time I'm down for makeup. As I'm the first ladies class of the day, I imagine I'll be first. Something that I've also forgot to say, honestly, where the fuck is my mind today? The girls' check-ins, I had to apologise because I was like, I am stringing sentences together. It's just taking me a little bit longer. Last night, Andy and I booked a little couple of nights getaway for our first anniversary. Can you fucking believe that was June last year and it's coming up to our first anniversary? Where has the year gone? So we were very kindly gifted by Andy's parents for Christmas a gift card for Thwaites. So Daniel Thwaites has lots of dog friendly hotels, and that was their kind of idea behind it that we could go away and take Maggie on like a little getaway, which is cute. So we've decided that we're going to go to York and stay at the Judges' Lodgings. And I think I've seen people stay there before and been like, ooh, that looks nice. So we're looking forward to that. It'll be a couple of weeks post-show. So I'll be being very mindful, I imagine. But I did very well in my reverse diet last time. So I have no doubts that I'll be the same this time. I can be fucking starving and still kind of muddle through, because I'm just so frightened of fucking that up. I certainly was last time. And yeah, so in the couple of weeks following my last show, I've got that to look forward to. And I've also got my photo shoot, which Andy got me for Christmas. So I did very well at Christmas, didn't I? Bless everyone looking out for me. What do I need? A glam up and a getaway. Correct. It was good to have things to look forward to and things post-show to kind of get you through that reverse, because it is hard. It's really hard. And booking photo shoots, bear in mind mine's a week after my last show, so Andy booked that, and I decided not to change it because I wanted to have the condition for the photo shoot. However, booking yourself a little photo shoot maybe 6 weeks post-show, I think is a great idea to just help keep you motivated through that reverse, especially if it's your first one, because the hunger is something else. And having something to aim for when you've just worked really, really hard to meet your stage goals, and then that kind of motivation to get there goes away and you're going into an off season, it's really important to have something like that. And it's a good little fucking treat. Yes, you've got your stage photos and stuff, but a photo shoot is an opportunity to show a bit more personality, and just do things in an environment that you want to explore. Mine will still be like a gym shoot and like a few different bits, playing with lights and things and strobes, but it won't be like saucy outdoor or a water shoot or anything like that, although my photographer has just opened up a water studio and it is something that I think looks really cool. But yeah, it's just another way of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, which we all love over here, don't we? The update that you've all been dying for, I know. Tried pasta again today. Didn't make me feel like my arse was going to explode. So that's a win. Speaking of exploding arses, I made my creamy today with strawberries, 100 grams of strawberries. I made this yesterday and I'm very excited for it. Look at that well of Biscoff. It's only 10 grams, but it goes so far when you put some boiling water on it. Yeah. Good morning, it's Saturday and it has been a wild half an hour. It's 6 a.m. I got up at 5:30 to get here. I weighed myself this morning. I've dropped a kilo overnight. I'm 60.65 kilos and I look it. I am so flat. I messaged Amy because we're not looking for massive weight drops at the moment, and she was like, how are you looking? And I said, extremely flat. I sent her a picture and she was like, we don't need 60 minutes cardio today, drop it to 30. And that's what I got here to. I have never been this weight in my entire adult life, I don't think. I don't think I've been 60 kilo ever. So yeah, we're going for better condition this year. That was the aim, and I think I'd say I've more than achieved that already, and we've still got time. So weird as well, because I'm in such a good position before my first show, and actually the physique that we are going for and like the end goal is for the universe in the British finals, which is 6 and 7 weeks away. So I'm made up with that, made up with it. I'm gonna go in and do some posing because I'm here and I've just got half an hour back. I was always gonna do some posing, but I'll get some steps in as well. So yeah, fucking hell, can't believe it, can't believe I'm in this spot pre-show. Could not be happier with it. Happy Saturday, everyone. It's also making me think that day 29 of my cycle and I've dropped a kilo, maybe it's not coming. We'll have to wait and see. Usually for me at the minute, it's a day 31 to day 33 thing. They're just getting longer and longer the leaner I get. So, one to look forward to for next week. Do I have a period or not? And he's just off to puppy training, and I'm in my mobile kitchen. I am going to sit and eat this in the car and then get out for a walk, but I think steps today are going to be a piece of piss. And that is because we are going to... Do you remember where we were actually on the way to when my car died? We're going back there and we're taking Maggie. So we never actually made it before, but I think it's a good way to socialise her and get her well behaved in shops, not that that's a common occurrence, and then also get my steps in. It's prep friendly, I can heat my food up. Yeah, it's just a good day for all of us and getting to spend time together, because unless Andy comes on these walks and stuff with me, we ain't seeing each other for like an hour, 2 hours of the day. And when we're on bank holiday, yeah, it's just a nice way to spend it. Gorgeous. Hello. We're just stopping for a little bit of a breather. There is a Cadbury shop just down there, which I am going to go and raid soon. No success on the shopping, although there is a Lucy and Yak outlet here and I didn't even realise. But we're just stopping for a spot of food. Andy's just nipped into Subway. Maggie's being super well behaved. We're just having a really fucking nice day. I think I've done about 10,000 steps, so we'll definitely be well on our way to the 13,000 before I get home. Still need to do a little bit of food shopping for Bank Holiday Monday. But I'm in a great mood. I'm just in a great mood for spending time with Andy and having some us time. Here he comes. Here he comes. And yeah, just being able to do prep friendly things like this is great, and it's really good to be with the dog.
What are you barking at, you muppet? It's me. You silly twat. It's because I was creeping up behind you.
Well, yeah.
To
sounds like a bad idea. Yeah. She's just protecting me. Maggie's just getting some gains. She loves bananas. Not when they're that ripe. This is where all the bananas that are past, you know, the stage of green that I would eat them go. We are back from our day out. You have fun? Talking to you?
Yes, I had loads of fun.
It is a good prep-friendly place to go and take the dog. I think Maggie could only not go in like the Cadbury's store and any other food place. Is that right?
Yeah.
She went in pretty much everywhere else, and she was really well behaved and did very well. She's only been a fucking nightmare since we've got home. Really good day. I got home to a parking ticket. Not a parking ticket, a speeding ticket. So my mood has drastically declined. But we're gonna watch a movie. I've got my last oatmeal on the hob. Andy is making burgers. Yeah, it's just gonna be another quiet night in. That's one thing that I am grateful for the bank holiday for, is to just have a bit of chill time and make the most of our evenings and days and stuff. What we're doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow?
Garden admin.
Garden admin. I am training legs, cardio, which has now been reduced, which is nice. I'll get some steps in at the gym. I'm going to take my bikini as well and run through my routine in it and do some posing in it. Just because we're inching closer to show day now and I want to make sure that everything is spot on. And then it'll be another quiet evening, I guess.
On what, Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have any major plans. We haven't got any mates.
We do have mates, they just live fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
They all live like hours away. Why am I not your mate? Can you not deal with just me?
Don't like you.
Don't like me. It's fine. Hello and happy Sunday and happy Easter if you actually celebrate it as the religious holiday that it is. I myself am wondering where the fuck my Easter egg from Andy is. If you've been here a while, if you watched my last prep, you'll know I feel very passionately about Easter eggs because Easter egg chocolate is elite. Just because I can't eat it for about 8 weeks doesn't mean that I should be denied an Easter egg. But yet here I am, Easter eggless, on Easter Sunday. I put out a quick poll on my Instagram last night. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please come on over. About whether that is grounds for divorce or whether he should buy me 3 tomorrow when they are cheaper. I think it's pretty 50-50 at the moment. I will go back and check. But yeah. A disappointing start to Easter Sunday. I'm in for legs this morning. I have dropped 4 ride-on capsules about half an hour ago. So I'm looking forward to somewhat of a pump today, I hope. I've brought my bikini, or one of my bikinis, to run through posing in it and run through my routine in it, more importantly, just to make sure there are no flaps on show. This is an important part of prep, making sure that it fits properly and that, you know, if there are any adjustments to be made, which I anticipate there won't be, I've got a little bit of time to do that, and I'm going to run through my routine in it. I'm also going to take it with me when I go and see Kayla so that we can have a full stage run through in one of my bikinis. Jesus Christ, that is strong. And yeah, that's today. It's going to be a busy morning here. I'm going to be here for quite a while to get my training done, my cardio done. I'm going to make a dent in my steps as well as having a good trial run through. So I don't anticipate being home before lunchtime really, but it is 7 a.m. I'm going to go and get in there now and make it happen and have some fun. I'm going to really enjoy this leg session and next week's leg sessions because I'm going to enjoy all of my sessions, but particularly legs, because we do, when it comes to peaking, it's important that we really manage that stress on the central nervous system, and training legs is highly inflammatory to that. But I am 2 weeks out today. I haven't said it yet, but we're 2 weeks out today from PCA Southwest. So that is my first show. Following week, 6 days after, it's NABA Northeast. Then I've got a week of no shows. And then I've got, all being well that I qualify for the Universe, I've got double Universe weekend on the 24th and 25th of May. And then all being well that I qualify for the British Finals, I've got the NABA British Finals on the 31st. So yeah, they're my shows. I've said it now. I am back. I've had a little bit of a glow up. I'm actually trying another potential show day hair, but it just isn't really sitting great with me. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I think in the end I'll end up going for like a plain pony, but just making it super slick and tidy. I think I do want to have my hair off my back just because it's so long, and it just doesn't, it's one less thing for me to think about when I'm posing. But I'm back now. I was really hungry today, really hungry. So I pushed back my meal until I'd had a shower, done my makeup and all that kind of stuff. So I've only just had it and it's 1:30, so I'm glad I did that. Andy is just home from the gym, so I've done about, I think I've done about 5,000 steps, 5.5. So what we're going to do is I'm going to prepare another meal, and then we are going to take Maggie up into the Bailgate at the top of town, go for a little walk around there. Andy's going to have some lunch. I'll have that meal whilst we're there, and just go and sit in a pub beer garden because it's a gorgeous day, and that will be a very nice way to spend our afternoon. I undoubtedly will have lots more steps to do after that, but it's still a really nice way to spend it. I am out, getting the last of my steps. I think I'm on about 9.5, 10,000. But this afternoon's been really nice, and we just stayed in that beer garden for a bit. Andy had some food, I had my food, picked up a cold brew, second cold brew of the day. That really needs to fucking stop because that's an expensive habit to start now. Getting to the point where I need a coffee or something at about 4 o'clock. Otherwise, I'm not a human being anymore. I need to be getting all of my shit done in the mornings and as I get up, in terms of like trying to get a good amount of steps in on my lunch and stuff when I'm at work, and getting a good chunk of all the things that I have to do whilst I still have energy to do them, because unless I've had that coffee, I am just fucking floating. Other than that, I still feel really good. I'm looking forward to my check-in tomorrow. My check-in tomorrow, I don't think we'll start to like wind down from this point because it's not peak week yet, and my cardio already got brought down to half an hour yesterday. Or was it Friday? Can't remember. Yeah, my cardio's already been reduced, so I can't see there being much more of a wind down at this point. But we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I've been keeping up with the PCA results from today and seeing what everyone looked like, and I'm feeling pretty good. NABA Midlands was today as well, and I've looked at the results from that, and again I'm feeling like I'm in a good spot to be competitive. So yeah, it's a good, I just feel good at this point. The nerves and things like that will probably set in much nearer the time. All in all, I've put some fucking graft in for this, so I'm not feeling unprepared. And then after next week it'll be peak week. Fucking hell. Where has the time gone? This has flown by. We're not quite there yet, but this has flown by. It's going to be a fun May.